last time on Baba Is You, I made the phrase all is done and made the whole universe evaporate. That probably wasn't a terrific idea on my part. Okay, instead, first of all, let's go ahead and take our victory lap here in the gallery. So I got this nice big image box over here. Cool. I mean, the first thing we need to do, obviously, is images win. Do that first. And then go and touch the image box. And we win. Area complete. If you want to see all of the flowers, that's how it's done. So now if we return to map, and return to map, and return to map, and return to map, we do indeed see we have all of these lovely, lovely flowers everywhere. But because we have all the orbs, when we went to the center, the gate opened up, we went to the gallery. And what is in the gallery? I mean, we have some rules. First of all, Baba is you, wall is stop, image is image. That's nice. We have all these wonderful words we can make. For example, we can build images 1, and we get to see image number 1, a very early version of the game that had some goop and some walls. And Baba looks to be like some kind of skeleton gremlin? That's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and make images 2. Mock-ups made while figuring out the art style. Well, I think we can all agree that we don't want Baba to be a skeleton gremlin or a robot or a crow with a hat or a crow with a hat or a crow with a hat. Come on, crow with a hat, really? What is the blue one? Some kind of gumdrop? Like, I think the sheep in the end was the correct way to go. Let's go ahead and make images 3. Testing out some different palettes for the levels, I guess. I noticed that some of the text used to be a much different font. I think this is an actual level in the game. I'm glad they went with water and not goop, though. We can build level is 4 now. Very early version of the map, I'll say. I think the map looks much nicer. Oop, I didn't want to push anything under the image. We'll never get it back. The map ended up looking much nicer in the end. How the map was supposed to be laid out. So there's a beginning, some more advanced stuff with the has rule, and some even more advanced things, and the end game, various gimmicky offshoots. Kind of how it ended up working out. I mean, most of the worlds in the game did kind of revolve around just 1 or 2 concepts. Until you got to the meta world where everything just went completely nuts. Let's look at image number 6. A non-abstract world map. So I guess originally the world map was supposed to be made out of level tiles, and I think it was a smart case to not do that, because I think if you built the world map out of level tiles, like this screenshot shows, it kind of hides the trick of, oh, the world map is also itself a level, because it looks like a level. Making it not look like a level makes the surprise where it turns out to be a level much, much better. Image number 7. The pulling mechanic. Pull is one of the weirder mechanics in the game, I think. It's kind of tricky to wrap your head around, and it's really easy to, when you're in a level with pull, to mess things up. But I think they got it in the end, especially how you can pull things in kind of a train. If there's an object you're pulling and behind it is another object that is also pull. I think in the end the pull mechanic, they ironed out all the jank, if I may say. I need to get this G from down here. I know how to spell 8. Like this. It's a nice looking title screen. Like, if I was going to buy this game on in like, for PlayStation 1 in a jewel case, that's what I'd want on the cover right there. I like that a lot. It's a very pleasant image. Image is nights. That should have been like a secret image. A nighttime version of the title screen, maybe. Me is very confused. I think Me is a kind of an underdeveloped character in the game, I must say. Such a mystery. I mean, we know that Baba is the hero, and Kiki is clearly the villain. Where does that leave Me? See, here's the villain, sleeping his days away by the fence. And I don't think we can make 11, because we don't have an L. But what other numbers can we actually build? Well, first of all, and this is where the images start getting kind of hidden, we can make the word teen. And yeah, because we don't have an L, so 11's not happening, 12 isn't happening, 13 isn't happening, but 14, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna make it go away. Cause no, Three-Eyed Baba's not doing it for me. Very, very upsetting. I'm just breaking everything now. I need this eye to come over here. Well, I don't want a W against the wall. I don't think I'm going to need it for anything. But here's 16. The pushing system was very hard to construct. At first, the pushing mechanics think it'd be really, really easy, like Adventures of Lolo pushes the green blocks around. Like, pushing blocks is the most basic form of puzzle solving in these games, but you gotta remember that things in this game can push other things if other things are also push. And you have to remember that you can stack items if they're not stop or pull or push. And pushing something like push something into another something, which might be shift, which might shift something backwards towards the something that's pushing it. And all of that happens kind of all at the same time. Surely that's the last number we can build with these letters, right? I thought so, actually. Until I looked up the spoiler afterwards. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything in the game. This was something that I actually missed. I didn't solve this on my own. But in my defense, you typically don't think of negative numbers as being minus something or negative something, or at least I do. Maybe not everybody is like that, but I didn't think to build -1. But there is, of course, a -1. Some to-do notes in Finnish, and maybe that's it. Maybe in Finnish, -1 is the correct phrase. I guess I have heard -1 before, though, instead of -1. I guess that is a thing. But if we can build -1, clearly we can build -2. Ah, I didn't want that W against the wall earlier. I was going to use that for something else. A mock-up of the map. It's kind of what the map ended up looking like. And of course, if we can build -2... we can build -3. The default objects, quote-unquote. So, I'm trying to piece together what this actually is. I guess the letters in circle were going to be the actual graphics, like the flag, the rock, the wall, the key, the door, etc. I'm trying to see if I can recognize anything in there that isn't in the game. Oh, sad. Up in the top right corner, there's one called sad that doesn't appear in any of the levels. It's in the level editor, and it does work. Dot, I don't think, is in any of the levels. There's a couple more in the level editor that don't actually exist. We can't build -4 because we need the U, but we can build... I think this is the last one. -10. a flowchart for seeing which levels are related, and I can't make any sense of this whatsoever. It's a brilliant game. In some ways, it is beyond me. Well, we've done all is done. And, in fact, all is done. Believe it or not. So, let's get our cursor here. For one last foray. All the way back to a way out. Because instead of done, we have a tile called end. So I actually do have to solve this level. We do it like this. We just go ahead and push Kiki on down. Yeah, this is similar to the level we just solved. What was it? Another way? Kiki is push. I think we want Kiki is move now. Get Kiki a moving. We're going to want belt is push. We've actually already solved this level, but we're solving it again in the exact same way. Just instead of making flag is win, we're going to make flag is end. And bring the game to an end at long last. We need that there. We need this here. That looks like it's lined up properly. We're going to make belt is shift once Kiki's on his way back. Right there. Oh, I need belt to not be push. My bad. Yeah, okay, so Kiki needs to be able to walk on the belt. You would think a puzzle that I've already solved, I wouldn't have such difficulty, but apparently you'd be wrong. Oh, I need that is push out of here, though, don't I? I do. So I can't break belt is push that way, I gotta break it this way. And Kiki is going to push rock down. Yeah, this will work. Thank you, Kiki. You're trapped forever. Oh, I've got this is in the... I gotta free that is. I need that is. I need it so much. We're gonna rewind a whole bunch. We're going to make belt is shift once Kiki's off the belt like that. There we go. Get back in there. There is something kind of calming about getting stuck on levels like this that you've already solved. Like knowing... This is my third time playing Baba Is You to completion. And the game is just so vast and so complex that no matter how many times I come back to it, I'm going to forget stuff. There's going to be stuff that I break. I'm always going to be able to go in and resolve old puzzles. So flag is end, and now all of the rules turn into flowers, which we can collect. I guess you can do this very, very early in the game. As soon as you have access to this level, which I think is only completing 3 of the main overworld areas. Because the solution of making flag is end is no more difficult than making flag is win. The only difference is all the flowers turn... All the rules turn into white flowers. I guess that's your clue that the white flower in the meta world is an actual level. You're supposed to try to reach it. We filled the world with beautiful flowers. And at long last, our journey is over. We've reached the end. So this is the first ending you're supposed to get with the real credits, and then you play the rest of the overworld, and you find the depths and the meta world. and all of the weird tricks inside of the meta world. And eventually you locate the 3 orbs and make it to the center. And then you make it to that final level where you make all is done and you get the broken credits. I think the idea is you get the fun credits at a point in the game where I think every player that plays Baba Is You is going to be able to reach these credits. You've only got to complete 3 or 4 overworld areas to get to that A Way Out puzzle, which is pretty tricky. There's a lot of steps to it. But I think if you're good enough to clear a few worlds, and any player who's making an honest effort to complete this game can get that far at least. So I think these credits are available to everybody. All is done credits that completely break and evaporate. It's like, alright, dude, there's no more game left. You completely broke all of it. It's all destroyed. There's nothing left to do. I don't know how many times in this Let's Play I've said that this is an amazing game. One of the best puzzle games I've ever played in my life. I don't know if I'll ever play one that I enjoy more than this. I'll play puzzle games that I enjoy for different reasons than this, but the sheer amount of content in this game, and we haven't even touched on the level editor, where people are making levels that you can play. You can go download other people's levels and challenge each other. But beyond that, just peeling back every new layer of the game and seeing how deep it goes again and again and again with new concepts that get revisited and remixed, and you think you're at the last world, but you're never at the last world. There's always another world beyond that. When you finish all the worlds, you get to a world that looks like the last world, and that happens like 4 times. And it's exhausting, and it's satisfying. And here at the end, we can finally rest. Good night, Baba. Sleep well.